guys, Ruby here. Today I'm answering the question, how do I date if I'm a boring person? And before I get to answering that, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more weekly dating advice from me. Okay, let's get into this big question because I feel like I get this a lot when I'm starting off with my clients. Many of my clients are introverted, really shy and reserved, and they come into this thinking, how am I going to get anybody interested? Because I'm boring. I look at TV, I look at society, and I see all these fun people out at bars and doing crazy adventures, when in reality, I don't do any of that, right? I'm boring. Like, how do I even date? So, the first thing I want to talk about in regards to that is to put a pause on the word date and focus on the word boring. Do you think you're boring? There's a difference between if anybody, not a woman, just anybody has an opinion in thinking that you're boring versus if you think you're boring. And if you live a boring life, do you every day feel really bored and you don't enjoy anything? You don't have any hobbies, you don't do any fun activities, you don't hang out with friends or family, you don't enjoy your job. If you're living every day feeling bored and unhappy, I would not suggest to date. You do not want to invite someone into that life. You cannot also expect someone to fulfill that fun side for you and to come in and all of a sudden be that spice in your life. Because in reality, if you're waiting for that, you're actually inviting a toxic relationship. You're actually inviting someone to potentially mold you, take advantage of you. And I don't want that for you. So if you actually don't enjoy your life every day, I would suggest to work on yourself. Go to a counselor, even go to therapy to really figure out, how do I add more things in my life to enjoy, to feel at least good about myself every day, and to feel like I'm doing something interesting. Try new things, try some new hobbies, challenge yourself in that first. And then when you can come back and say, no, I like my life. I don't think it's boring. I enjoy doing what I do. Then you can follow to the second part here. So the second part is how you view your interests. Normally, a lot of my guys who say they're boring is because they believe they have interests that are boring. Now, here's the thing, guys. You can't be boring unless you just like stare at a wall all day. Like, if that's all you do, stare at a wall. You work and you stare at a wall when you come home for 6 hours straight. Okay, maybe I would say that's kind of the boring aspect, so do something different. But many of my clients, I can't even actually name one that I've ever talked to that had zero interest. They all enjoy something, but many believe playing games or reading, doing indoor activities is boring. No, it's not. If you find it interesting, it is interesting. It is. If you enjoy playing games, board games, video games, it is interesting because it's interesting to you. You are not boring. You have interests, and that is what makes anybody interesting. So go ahead and list out for yourself. I challenge you to list out at least 8 interests that you have. And even though you can't be doing all 8 at the same time, it could be something you've done in the past. But just by listing that out, you see you are interesting because you obviously enjoy doing these things. Right? Now, here's the key though, which goes into the third part I want to talk about. It's how you express these interests. Many times, guys are already coming in with the insecurity that playing games makes them boring or uninteresting. So when they're talking to women, they're already coming from a place of being really shy and talking about games and their interests. And because they're doing that, women feel it. We feel your insecurity. And then, yeah, sure, we'll get bored because you can't even talk about why you like it. So the next challenge I have for you is, after you list out your interests, list out or verbalize to yourself, talk to yourself in a mirror, and tell the mirror, tell yourself, why do you like it? Games, there's so much to games. Are you kidding me? You know, you challenge yourself, you're a problem solver, you're imaginative, you're creative. Depending on the type of games you play, you could be like, you're a great team player, you're a great communicator, multiplayers, right? So it depends. But if you find your interest interesting, you need to be confident in knowing why you like it, what values it shows in you, and then express it to her. Because even if she doesn't play games, she will understand the love of being imaginative and creativity, or finishing up a level, right? Because life is a game within itself. You level up. So even if she doesn't play games like you do, but you start talking about how you enjoy that growth, you enjoy when you finally figure out that hack and you complete that level, she can talk about how she enjoys that, but let's say in yoga, something completely different. But hey, life and anything else can be a game, right? So if you're just change your perspective on what is interesting and what is not, and realize, one, you're not boring. If you have interests, you are interesting. But I hope that you believe that everything you do, if you love it, own it and show you love it, because she can feel it. And that is what confidence is. Confidence is owning yourself, loving yourself. And you don't need to love bars and clubs to get the girl. No, I'm pretty sure you know there's a lot of girls out there who don't need to go out all the time. They like someone who doesn't mind being inside and play games and things like that. But once again, own it for yourself, know how to express it for yourself, and that's all you need to do. That's how you date. You're interesting, believe it, I believe it, now it's on you. And once again, if you don't know kind of how to go about this, how to find what makes you attractive, make sure you get my product, that the link I'll put below. It's only around $30 and it allows you to figure out how to express this. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.